Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Genshin Impact livestream, hosted by yours truly, Maris Rey, Water Dragon Extraordinaire. And today, as much as I would like to do something like unique, different, relevant, I don't really have too much going on. Let's see. Let me demonstrate what I mean. So, like normal, I look at these characters that I'd want to level, and I think about them closely, you know. I feel like I would really like to level them. If I'm gonna level Yoimiya, it certainly means that I'd have to eventually worry about leveling up Yunjin, because as far as I can tell, they're a match made in heaven, right? Yoimiya pairs just spectacularly with Yunjin. So to that measure, I of course need to make sure that I actually have Yunjin ready. I'm pretty sure the team as they go, it's Yoimiya, Yunjin, Bennett, and Kazuha, right? It's a bit of an odd team because there's not, I don't think there's too much, what do you call it? Like shielding? Or any shielding at all available? Unless, does my E do geo damage to give her a shield? Oh, Yunjin actually does give a shield. I actually have no idea how Yunjin works, to be honest. Actually, let me jump into a test, because I think she's available as a test, right? So let me... I need to take a closer examination of Yunjin, because I'm not entirely certain about how her kit works. Okay, so there's a hold E, or there's a tap E, and there's a hold E. So this way, Yoimiya could still get relevant shielding from the Crystallize, which might be good enough. Don't know. Oh.
I must leave no stone unturned.
So it's really a hold E until you can't hold him no more. I don't really get it still, to be honest.
As a good knight should.
I still don't really get it.
I'll catch up. Flags up and leap. Strike is one.
That feels right though, right? Like, I'm supposed to be holding E until I see those flags? Is the flags what I'm mainly supposed to be looking for?
Observe your grand finale. Steady as stone, as a good knight should.
You know what? Maybe I undervalued Yunjin before. I didn't really understand that you're supposed to hold E. But hold E makes a drastic difference from tap E. That's like using Zhongli as just a tap E, no hold E, right? Okay. Well, let me see. I could prioritize leveling up Yunjin now then. But what's Yunjin's best, like, usages? Yunjin's not used on Edo teams, right? Do I have a Favonius lance for her? What spears would she mostly use, do you think? I imagine she wants her burst as much as possible, correct? So Favonius is probably the way for her. And then what artifact sets do they run on her, do you think? Maybe a 4-piece husk? Or do you think Emblem of Severed Fate? Actually, let me look up the spreadsheet. Spreadsheet, Geo, let me take a look at Yunjin. I just need to make sure Okay, so Favonius is by far her best, even better than Engulfing Lightning, crazily enough. Okay, so I want 4-piece husk. I don't think it matters how strong the pieces actually are. I think like I could even just use this. 4-piece husk. Oops, don't have any other husk pieces there. But I need energy recharge. Defense crit rate. Okay, so I'm a bit behind on the Yunjin pieces. That's a tad, just a touch unfortunate. I suppose if I really must, I could just try to get some type of crit rate piece. Well, alternatively, do you think Yunjin works just in Noblesse Oblige? I totally understand why. Well, hold on. Her talent surely scales off of defense, though, right? I mean, her shield. No, the shield's based off of max HP. Why does? So what scales off of defense? So the damage is purely defense based, but the shield's HP based. That's a touch unfortunate. So they level up the burst and then the dance. Okay. And what about the geo damage? It's purely defense based as well. Interesting, interesting. And the bonus damage is dealt based off Yunjin's current defense. Okay, so let me look up then what's the energy rate or the energy recharge threshold that they would like for her to have. So you want that to be relevant as well. I don't know, let me see if there's a Kaching main guides for her. Okay, what is her ER requirements? I never can. Okay. Wow, so she needs a crazy amount of ER requirements if she's gonna be solo. So if she's purely gonna be playing, I'm trying to like envision Yunjin teams, and I can only really realistically think of running her with Yoimiya. I know it's at least Yoimiya. I mean, I can only think it's Yoimiya, Bennett, Kazuha, correct? However, if I roll enough Husk pieces, but I feel like Husk is a really rough one to roll for. I don't really want to be spending resin to farm Husk. Especially when I'm not even done with Yoimiya's pieces. You see, I still need a couple pieces left here. Because I would like it to be EM. I mean, I could always just throw on that EM piece for now. Just to get her working? No. But wait. If I was gonna use her on the Yunjin team, I wouldn't even use EM. Right? Okay, hold up. I seem to have confused myself. So I would want an attack percent piece. Okay. If playing with Yunjin, I play with attack. If playing with Xingqiu, I play with EM. But I think we're playing with Yunjin, right? There's a difference. If I want to build her with... Well, my Yunjin isn't C6 yet, correct? She's almost. Okay. So the thing, like I was mentioning, that I have a problem with then... I don't know how to prioritize it. I feel like I would definitely want... If I want to build her to play with Xingqiu, then I could just throw out an EM piece and she'll just work out the gate because my Xingqiu's already done. However, if I want to build her with... Oops. If I want to build her with attack so that she would work with Yunjin, that does mean I would still need to spend quite a bit to get the Yunjin team going. Because for one, I don't have a strong enough piece. Because I would like an attack piece that has crit rate and crit damage on it. If, at the very least, attack percent. As far as I can tell, energy recharge matters so little for Yoimiya that the fact that there's EM on all these pieces is kind of like distressful. Okay. Well, I just have no choice about it then, right? There's no choice in the matter. I've just gotta. We just have to keep farming Emblem of Severed Fate. Because, for one, like I said, it helps us perfect two different teams at the same time. Because we do need plenty of units to have Emblem of Severed Fate before we could work on them. Like, I need them on... let's count through the units again. Of who else I have at the moment who definitely needs Emblem of Severed Fate. So, let's see. Needs it. I don't know if she needs it. I'm imagining they would just make Sayu another Viridescent player, but I don't know. Maybe I'll build her like Xiao or something. I don't know how I'll build her. I'm not quite certain with Yunjin yet, but she certainly might need it. Rosaria needs it. I think Changyin needs it. I don't know what Lisa uses, because I haven't ever considered even using her, but she might need it. I don't think Yanfei needs it, though. So, at the very least, that's 1, 2, 3, 4... And I was thinking of putting it on Toma, regardless of what people say his best build is. I do think you could get some type of damage out of it. I don't think it'll be that bad. So that's at least 5 units I need Emblem of Severed Fate on. However, if I could land a simple attack piece with crit rate, crit damage on my Sans for Yoimiya, or land a Pyro Damage Cup that's, of course, Shimenawa based, then we could be pretty happy with the results. Because the second I hit either of those, I can flex my cup to another range. Or to another artifact set, in any case. Which I think is ideal. Bro.
Busted.
Okay, so we're just gonna be hopeful then. Let's see if we can get any nasty pieces on either side. Damn. We got exactly main stat what we needed right away, but it's just not it. That's not the piece we're looking for. Oh, the work I would do for Yoimiya, and I don't even have her yet.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Eat this.
One with nature. One with wind and cloud.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch. Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Huge! A little bit of a slower run, but you get those from time to time. Nope. Not exactly what I'd call good enough. We'll see if we get anything special from today's runs.
Wind strike.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is you're toast.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds come.
Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
The damage looks pretty bad. Why am I taking so long now? Have I ruined my technique for completing this in under 40-second runs? Electro damage? Actually usable for Kudosari? That's ideal. It doesn't have the best substats on it, but you can make it work.
Adventure time. I'm going in.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my nights. Wind strike.
Eat this. Quietly now. These are about to get
Time to go.
That faster? That was slightly faster than 40 seconds, but still not by much. What am I doing differently today? And an energy recharge piece? It's got, yet again, terrible substats, but that's... We're starting to get usable pieces for kind of not great characters. We don't need the best pieces to begin with, I guess.
Wind strike.
Everybody stand back. Let's
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
You're toast! Go back! Here comes the catch.
Nice. That should be nice and fast. 38 seconds. Still not 34. Still don't know what I'm doing wrong. And my teams are dying a lot. I'm really messing up the rotation somehow. Defense. Nope. Neither of those are terribly usable, unfortunately. Oh, I can't wait to have Yoimiya. I can't wait.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Eat this.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my nights. One with nature.
Gotcha. These are about to get dicey.
Nice. Now we're getting back on track. I don't know what I did differently, but... Crit rate, usable. It's, again, 100% not great. But we're at least getting main stats that are relevant. We're not getting substats that are terribly good, but the main stats are the most important part, I think.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Nice and
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Wind strike.
Still pretty fast. I need a good artifact though. It's just not it. I need crit rate, crit damage. I would prefer to get an artifact set for Yoimiya, but you know. The dungeon doesn't know what to do now that I'm comfortable getting artifact pieces for either character.
Into the wind. About time. The birds call.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Nice. Let's see if we get the piece. The piece. Come on. No. I'm kind of feeling like dropping those condensed resins. I really would like to get their sets finished. The sooner I could get... Or I'll think about it. The sooner I can get Yoimiya's set finished means the quicker I can go work on Yenjin set. Yenjin I'm not going to worry too much about. So long as I can get her main stat pieces with some ER, I'll consider a big win. Yeah, so let me look up the ideal situation. I'm gonna put it up here so you can see. So the ideal situation. Where's the spear users? Where's Yunjin? Where's Yunjin? So the ideal. Blah blah blah. We'll probably take her to 90. It'd be like 996. We're planning to C6 her. I guess I could increase that. Okay, whatever. We'll increase all of those. And we plan to have her on Favonius. We could probably put it to Refinement 2. So it at least has a slightly higher chance of getting the energy particles out of it. See, we'll put her against a level 90 enemy. Not that it really matters, but because we want her on Husk. We want to max all of these. And I know we want crit rate, defense. We want to try for that. And then we want to set this to focus for... Oh, he doesn't have it set here yet. He used to have a setting to focus for energy recharge, but I guess not this time. So with this we would need, because the thing is we'd need at least 200% ER. So if I could get this to be... Let me see, if I could get, let's say, 11% ER on everything, that would be enough, right? Oh, oops, I didn't mean to change this to ER. I mean, that seems fairly doable in my opinion, in my humble opinion. So let's change this to 11. ER. 11. Right? So that puts her Oh wait, I didn't actually set them for all of them. So that would put her to the safe 201%. But this does require me to have ER on everything, but this is also the most ideal situation because this gives me the option of running 2 main stat defense. Because alternatively, I could just run... I don't know, I feel like 200% is good enough. Because Bennett produces a lot. My Kazuha should produce a lot of particles, so with those 2 notions and her being at 200%, I feel like this is her best case scenario. Of course, we would expect she probably will have 4 stacks of Husk, because we're... I know. Yoimiya's... Shimenawa's lasts for how long? It should be at least 10 seconds, right? Because we're... As far as I can tell, we're going to want to use Yunjin last then, to get the biggest bonus on her Husk. Gains 1 stack every 3 seconds, can stack up to 4 times. I don't really understand how they realistically lose stacks, right? Well, in any case, she should start off at like 4 stacks. So this will put her to a whopping 2k attack, which in theory should mean her shield and burst should do decent damage, to be honest. But she doesn't gain much of a shield, which, you know, that in itself is a bit of a shame. However, that's circumvented by the fact that I'll also gain crystallized shields, so it is what it is. I could be content with that for now. Like I said, I ultimately think I do want to make sure I eventually go along and I gotta get Yunjin actually prepared for her role. Which, I mean, I do have to wish more to be able to... Let's see if I can even nab the C6 Yunjin. Who are you? I don't remember ever doing this commission before. Climb up the tree? What the hell? Oh, and there's this guy here. I'm not even on the right overworld team. Poor guy. Bro, leave it to Kazuha. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's he has his shoes greased up or something, but he never can stay on a platform. He always slides down. What am I climbing this tree for? Honestly, kind of hard for me to see these. See these leaves, you know? Get a few leaves here. Yeah. Pick your leaves. Take your leaves and let me get on my... get on with my commissions. We'll go ahead and... I mean, of course, we want to make sure we do the commissions as quickly as possible. I was honestly thinking that today maybe we'll diversify our content a little bit. But at the same time, I also feel like I need to do hangouts to try to get Primo Gems.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Odds revealed by...
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I should probably do something to earn Primo Gems today. It's unfortunate, but if I want to have a hope of pulling Yoimiya before her rerun banner goes away, I gotta make sure I'm doing everything that I can, right? And that might include doing these like hangouts and whatever. It's not like I don't want to do them. It's just sometimes they could be a tiny bit tedious. A lot of the hangouts have been really fun too, so I don't know why I have this like hesitation.
Quiet now. Game's up. By royal decree.
It just feels like when I'm doing the hangouts, like, it feels like there's not a lot of room for my commentary, so I feel like I'm not doing enough. Because I want to make sure I'm, you know, thoroughly reading and understanding the entire hangout story.
A wonderful sight indeed. Why, it reminds me of my homeworld, where at the sight of the princess and Derver Earthalan, the very blood and tears of sinners turn to ice.
Not only their blood.
I summon thee!
Jeez. Fisher has a whole dialogue.
The birds call into the wind.
That's so funny. Fisher has a whole dialogue for it being seen in snow. God, I love Fisher. I want to hear the whole thing real quick.
Clear weather all around.
Let me see, when it snows.
A wonderful sight indeed. Why, it reminds me of my homeworld, where at the sight of the princess and Derver Earthalan, the very blood and tears of sinners turn to ice.
Not only their blood and tears, but also their saliva and mucus, main Fräulein.
Ice?
I love it. I love them.
Such an exquisite delicacy is worthy of being served in the Garten Sanssouci.
Main Fräulein says that she thoroughly enjoys your delicious cooking.
God, I love Fisher. She must be one of my favorite characters. I love her personality, her damage. She's very easy to play, you just press E, and when your E's not up, you press Q, which is just Q, just brings out her E. It's such an enjoyable character. Like I said, easily one of my favorites. These characters away. Let's complete what we can of this. We only can get about 40 more. And we quite literally can't do this yet, so we'll have the whole battle pass done before... We cannot complete it today. We can only complete it tomorrow. Because we can only get 40 more experience. And we need like 640 more experience. So it is what it is, right? We'll have to complete it tomorrow. But what we can do is at least complete whatever this part is of this wonderful, wonderful quest that's full of Primo Gems for me. Primo Gems, Primo Gems. Shot him in the kazoo. Joined forces. Wait. Why is everybody walking? Here, I'm walking. Somebody that just didn't touch the last one.
Wind strike as one with wind and cloud.
Excellent dive. Did you see my form? Why is it turning that way? That's not even the button I'm holding. I really wanted to get these coins and now I've been led astray. Get out of my way, you. Who is that? That's the Xiao. Xiao's a terrible driver. Xiao! Get out of the way! This guy. My boat friend. Ayato looked like he wanted to steal my boat. I dare say we probably picked up enough of the coins to be able to complete the event in any case, so I'm just gonna get a schmoove on. Try to unlock some of these points for the homies. Nice.
The wind knows it. Clouds high. The birds call. Right. One with nature.
Wind knows me. Best. I'll probably take care of that enemy already. That guy got more coins than me, that's insane. Was that enough to complete the event? I'm certain it must have been, right? That Ayato was kind of strong. I wish I had Ayato. I didn't have the Primo jumps to be able to pull for him as well. I know I say that for every character I don't have, but it's because it's thoroughly true. I do wish I had every character in this game. Genshin Impact's such an amazing game with amazing characters. Of course I'm gonna want all the characters. So this is not gonna be out quite yet. Let's see where we're at Primo Gem wise. Not quite enough for 2 summons, but kidding. Let's see what by Pity's at. I kind of forget. So 48, 50, we just did 51. I don't know if we're gonna get you and me up, guys. I think we have at least a chance to, but I really don't know.
Time to go.
I can only hope for her.
Oz, reveal thyself!
But now that's all I can do is hope.
Into the wind.
But I want Yoimiya so badly. What am I doing? I didn't mean to touch this. We've already looked around quite enough before, so we don't need to worry about doing that. I feel like... I guess I have no choice. We gotta do hangouts. We always have a choice, but I could get another wish in today if I do hangouts. I don't feel like doing Noel's second half quite yet. Who would be a fun one? Let's actually do Yunjin since we're planning to build her. Song that knows grace. Full quest is anyway. Yeah, we are planning to build her, and we kind of met Yunjin a little bit again in the Archipelago event in Xinyan's Fantasy. So we kind of got like a little taste of Yunjin. But now I want the whole taste.
Can't you send someone any sooner? The clock is ticking and I need this resolved ASAP.
I'm sorry, but we don't have any adventurers available at this instant. Your timing is most optimal. Allow me to introduce Yuning, manager of the Yunhan Opera Troupe. She has commissioned the guild to...
Traveler? Ugh, Yunjin is always talking about you. Please, you've gotta help us find her. Yep, she's gone and disappeared. Now of all times, just days away from the big performance. All she left was a short note.
Yunjin took a break? About the Divine Maiden play with my friends, I find that there is still too much to learn indeed. We have gone to Yunjin Pass in hopes of gaining some information. I'll return within the day, so do not worry.
If our audience doesn't get to see Yunjin on stage,
Excuse me.
they'll start tearing the place down. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
That's what I said too, but...
Look, when you're a megastar like Yunjin, you gotta start taking things a little more seriously. Saying she'll be back doesn't give me a whole lot of reassurance when she's showing no regard for her own safety.
But
Why
she
does
holds
she
a
have to go
vision.
and practice somewhere so dangerous? What if something
Aw.
happens to her? What am I going to tell the audience? Well then, what if she gets into a scrape and hurts herself? If she gets so much as a scratch, it'll be a loss to the whole nation.
Maybe she's taking this just a touch too far.
As you can see, this is what we're up against. Would you be willing to accept this commission?
Oh, wonderful. Ugh, thank the stars. Please, you've got to bring her back, safe and sound.
I was like, I don't really care. It's a decent commission, and I get to go hang out with Yunjin. It's like a win-win to me. I love Yunjin. I remember when they were first announcing and releasing her character, I was so enthralled with her opera singing that she did. It was a really cool opera singing. It's like very different from anything I've ever heard in my life up until that point. And I was a little like shaken as to how to accept it initially, but it was a lot of fun at the end of the day for me. Like I still ended up enjoying it a whole lot.
So many.
No, you cracked my Kazuha's legs.
I swear by my sword. Here comes the catch.
By royal
I don't
decree.
need Kazuha for this.
Wind strider.
Oh, Yunjin, are you awake?
Oh, it's you.
It's
I
me.
do apologize. I didn't see you there.
But I
What
fought a
brings
whole
you all the
rune
way up here?
hunter.
Oddly enough, I was just thinking of scheduling a meeting with you later. I didn't expect to run into you here, of all places. Ah, I see. So Yunning sent you. I did tell her not to worry. Oh, but on this occasion, it seems I'm rather lucky you came. You've helped me avert a major catastrophe.
I'm guessing when she says that, she's going to say she can't think of inspiration after
It's
all.
pity, though. I was so close to achieving the state of mind that Shenhe
Yeah,
was talking about.
more or less.
Do you remember what Shenhe said about the divine damsel fighting against the evil monster? That in reality, she hadn't acted as courageously as the operatic rendition would have you believe. That it was simply a matter of life and death, and she chose self-preservation. Granted, she later admitted that she preferred the version of events given in the opera, with its portrayal of a divine heroine sacrificing herself for others. But after giving it a lot of consideration, I think that this character is defined by her emotional complexity, and even uncertainty. So the more emotions I can experience for myself, the wider range I will have to draw on in my performance.
So she's a method actor, huh?
If access to a different state of mind can help me provide a fresh interpretation of the character and her actions, well, surely it will take my acting skills to the next level. That's why I came here. My plan was
To
to
experience
take
the
it slowly,
harshness of reality,
start by
huh?
just dipping my toe in, as it were. But once I started, I just got completely drawn in. I feel like I was so close to a breakthrough here. You've defeated an ancient god before. How am I supposed to experience genuine danger if you're here with me? I suppose I had better return to Liyue Harbor for now. I'll only end up putting you in an awkward position otherwise. Goodness knows how you'd explain this to Yunning. I wonder whether I have gained anything useful from this trip.
It feels like I
only
failed
time
this
will
encounter.
tell.
Doesn't it feel like I failed this encounter? I only had 2 choices of text, but it feels like I chose the wrong one still. Even in these dating sims, I still lose 50-50s. It's insane. I found her.
Can you put a few more adventurers on the case or something? The clock's still ticking away.
Please have faith in her. Ah, they've returned.
Yunning, we're back.
Yunjin, are you okay? Are you hurt? Do you need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy?
No, I'm fine. You don't need to worry. When it's time to go on stage, I'll be there.
Look, I get it. You like to go out exploring. That's fine. But do you really have to go off thrill-seeking this close to the show? You have to take better care of yourself, okay? For all our sakes. For the opera troupe and for your audience. We're just lucky we had the Traveler to help out. What if something had happened to you, huh? What would I say to our audience,
Well, I would say the best way to make it up to our audience is to give them the best performance we can. Don't you agree? While I'm
Right.
off stage, as long as there is something, Anything I can do to improve my acting ability, even the slightest amount, I can't pass up the opportunity.
You know, Ugh, I don't know what to say anymore. Traveler, please, you tell her.
So, what's your honest opinion?
Surely you can handle yourself. You are C6.
I'm glad you agree. Right, then let's get preparing.
I knew I couldn't fail that one.
Hey, Traveler, get over here.
You commissioned me to find her, and that's
You've
it.
only just managed to bring Yunjin back. Now you're taking her straight back out again? What's the big idea? The next show is just days away. Please, if not for me, then for the sake of the opera troupe, I'm begging you, help me convince her that at the end of the day, she's gotta fall in line. Well, okay, maybe that's asking the impossible, but at least try and keep her distracted. Please, just keep her occupied until the next show. No more thrill-seeking.
What are you two talking about? If it doesn't involve me, I think I'm going to...
You know what? It does involve you, actually. The Traveler was saying...
Don't put words in my mouth.
Come
Don't you put words in my
on,
mouth.
Help me stall her.
Oh? Well, what do you need from me? You want to become an actor?
You do? Oh, yes, of course she does. She was just telling me that she's interested in exploring her dramatic side and, would like you to give her some coaching. Right, good. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Traveler, your master awaits.
Hold on. I don't know if I'm really ready to take on students yet.
Oh, please, this is the day you've dreamed of, isn't it? You certainly talk about it enough. And look, now she's here, ready and willing.
Okay, I get it. You can stop now. Whew. I am delighted that you wish to study the performing arts from me. But the issue is, before you could become my apprentice, I'd have to get approval from the founders that do an initiation ceremony. There just isn't time for all that right now. So, for now, I'll just teach you a few basics. Informally, one friend to another, there's no need to call me master. What? Don't you think that's a bit old-fashioned? Let's work on that later. Until we settle on an appropriate title, just call me by my name. Let's meet tomorrow morning on the bridge by the sea at Feiyun Slope. I'll do my best to prepare a good first lesson for you.
Whew, what a relief.
You worrywart. Hey, wait until 6 in the morning. We can wait till 6 in the morning. We gotta go beat her on the slope, huh? I don't truthfully remember where the slope is. The slope. It's really gonna do that, huh? It's gonna make me wait until the next morning. You know, Genshin Impact, you're really a piece of something lately. Making me wait all this time. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, go to wherever this is. This doesn't look too far. I thought I was going way off to the mountains somewhere, but evidently no. I'm coming just right here. Which is still ideal. It's still nice. We got a decent
You're
view.
right, punctuality is an essential quality if you want to make it big in the act. Without it, you won't be able to keep on top of all the work you need to do each day. Well,
True.
first I'd like you to answer me one question. How many pigeons flew from the bridge when you were passing through?
No idea.
Close. It was 7. Anyway, the point of this question was to test your powers of observation. Eyes are the medium for the transfer of emotion. You must train your eyes to be bright, active, and strong. Watching the birds fly, hover around, and come into land will not only exercise your eyesight, but also cultivate attentiveness.
You're already asking too much of me.
Indeed, my own daily training routine starts right here, I watch the pigeons to train my eyes, and I sing to the tide to train my voice. All in good time. Grasping all the techniques involved in opera singing and posture is not an overnight process. Let's start from the very beginning, with some general theories to help you better understand the concept of performance. Of course, I am in written correspondence with performers from many nations in Teyvat, which has rather broadened my perspective on this topic. For example...
Oh, when she said she was going to prepare a first lesson plan, she really meant it.
How would you perform yourself? Try to relive the events of that day when you were battling against an ancient god and fighting off the Fatui. What can you see? What did you feel? Now, I want you to look out at the ocean in front of you and recall the raging waves and the atmosphere of peril from that day. Take a deep breath. Now, gradually, embrace the scene, immerse yourself in it, and let all the emotions back in.
This definitely feels like where I'm going to break away from the story a bit. But I feel... like you want to envision a powerful emotion, right? Because it's going to convey to the audience better.
Good, good. So that's how you felt. Next, I'd like you to focus on the goal you wanted to achieve at that time. Good, yes. Use that. Okay. Good. Now, all of this overwhelming emotion is welling up inside of you, and I want you to let it all out. All at once. Go! Stop. Wrong.
What?
This is all wrong. There's no emotion, no soul. Granted, the character you are trying to portray is your own self, but your performance didn't do the same
Well, I'm
justice
sorry,
at all.
teacher.
I couldn't hear you fighting for your life while gargantuan waves were crashing all around you. What I heard was the sound of someone doing vocal exercises by the beach on a calm day. Here's the thing. When you're acting, it's not only about getting into character, you also have to recreate the scene in your mind as vividly as you can. Now, I appreciate that you did actually experience this particular scene for yourself, but maybe conjuring up specific details of your surroundings at the time is a little too advanced for novices. You're right. If we were looking for an environment to help evoke the emotions you felt at the time, I suppose we could try again. A little farther afield, at Guyunstone Forest. Oh, too far away? Don't worry, I was just thinking aloud. Besides, even at Guyunstone Forest, we'd still have trouble.
The Stone Forest, as I recall,
that day.
were the stone spears that Zhongli threw into the sea.
Let's try something else. Come with me to the suburbs just north of Liyue Harbor. If you've got no objections, let's head off.
Why did I even have a choice there? They both just said the same thing. Nice. I always appreciate when they put me right next to a waypoint, so I don't have to actually travel that far.
One with nature.
Actually, give me 1 second. I need to run and grab something real quick. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. Oh, we can continue with the Yunjin story.
The
And
battle you fought on the Jade
as excited
Chamber
as
was a
possible about it.
very strange set of circumstances, even for someone like you. It's quite normal that you can't get into character just like that. I know it's hard to recreate every facet of the experience in your mind, but what you could try is to replace the foes you faced in that scenario with ones you are much more familiar with. I'll give you an example. Let's say you're performing a scene where your character experiences the grief and pain of a death, but you yourself have never experienced this kind of tragic loss before. Well, you can replace death with another, more familiar scenario that evokes a similar sense of grief and pain for you.
Such as?
You bust a gut trying to find a treasure chest, only to finally reach it and find it filled with cabbages and radishes.
We did do that during the Beto quest.
Ah, now you're catching on. Action scenes work the same way. Perhaps the experience of facing an ancient god is a challenge to recreate, but if you're replaying the kind of actions you perform every day, you just need to let go, and your subconscious will guide you. Come, show me how you normally fight. You can start with monsters nearby.
Bet. Where's the
Follow
monsters?
the wind.
They're coming. Just do what you normally do in this situation.
Okay, this is what I normally do.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Into the wind.
Barbados, guide us.
My apples.
Oh, that was wonderful. Such deft and fluid movements. Just like a real adventurer.
I am a real
Let's perform the scene
adventurer.
again now, while the battle is still fresh in your mind.
This quest is actually
Look
really
at those
funny.
red-clad scarecrows. But I want you to see them instead as those Fatui who brandish the sacrificial knife. Now, let us reenact the battle on the Jade Chamber. It's okay if you can't recall the events clearly. You can just replace them with the movements you are most familiar with. And... attack! The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballistas. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
Is that good, Master?
I can't fault your movements in terms of technique, but Fatui are larger than most monsters. I don't think it was a conscious decision, but you were aiming a little too low. And you also didn't strike with enough force. Overall, it was just lacking that sense of being in the heat of the battle. Veteran practitioners of this acting method are able to adjust and embellish their real-life experience enough so that it makes an adequate substitute for the scene they are trying to portray. But adjusting deep-rooted habits to adapt them for the stage, that's no easy task. Still, this was only your
that
first
certainly doesn't
time
sound
trying this
easy.
method. And all things considered, I think you've done quite well.
Why, thank you. Go next.
But judging from your movements, I think this next method might suit you a little better. Choreograph every aspect of your onstage performance in advance. Every movement, every facial expression, even your emotions, and rehearse it thoroughly. You can reference existing characters from opera or imitate similar people from your own life. In short, you want to pin down every detail of the character you want to portray in your mind, and then work through them methodically and find ways to bring them out. Well,
That makes sense.
In your case,
I'm
what you
just
need to
basically
do is
borrowing
imitate
inspiration from
your
others.
past self. Think of yourself not as you, but as somebody outside this world controlling your every move.
That's exactly what's happening.
It's complicated to explain, but once you give it a try, okay. How about we start by setting a simple scenario? The Fatui in red want to attack the Guizhong ballista, and the heavyweight guards in blue want to try and stop you. What you want to do is evade all the blues and go straight for the reds.
Evade all the blues, go straight for the reds.
Yes, I think that sums it up. There's an open area to the north. I'll set up a stage for you. When you've finished rehearsing everything in your mind, come and find me.
I really like Genshin. She is really smart. Oh, Yelan, please. I beg of you not to get stuck on every single rock on any road.
Well, have you finished rehearsing? No need to rush. Take your time. I shall guide you with my voice.
How am I supposed to get... If this would be a little bit easier if I had access to my regular characters. Nice.
Now that was a little better. You managed to bring out more of that fearless hero quality that time. My hard work coaching you has finally paid off. This method might not sound as sophisticated and exciting as the first two, but it's the most popular choice for teaching beginners. Rigorous rehearsal and vocal training is at the core of this school of thought. It even works on those whose performance lacks emotional depth at first. As long as you practice diligently, with time, you will achieve mastery one way or another. Either your finely honed skills become a good substitute for innate talent, or the process of honing your skills cultivates genuine talent within you.
I'm the first one. I have to practice because I have no talent.
People say that when you truly master the art of singing, even the birds and beasts will be drawn to your song. I know. I guess I still have a long road ahead of me when it comes to developing as a performer. Well, because even if I had, you wouldn't have put your heart into it. It's been written on your face this whole time. Just try and keep her occupied until the next show. Don't forget that acting is my bread and butter. Did you really think I wouldn't be able to see through it? Still, this is a rare opportunity, and I hope you have at least learned something from it about the beauty of the performing arts.
I did, thanks.
The operatic tradition carries countless historical
I learned
memories
a
within it.
good amount.
As long as the art is kept alive, the voices and faces of bygone heroes can be recreated on the stage for generation after generation. I hope that your voice and your face will make their mark on Liyue opera too. Yes, as well as coaching you today, I have also been closely observing every move you make.
So she could recreate me. Oh,
Do you remember the
my.
basics of the final method? Don't you think there's a striking similarity between you, who stood up for Liyue and fought off a god of old, and the divine damsel in
Well,
the play?
yes. I understand that they drew that inference earlier
With you as
when
a
I said it
reference
was a
in
life and
mind,
death situation.
I'm sure I can finally make a breakthrough in creating my own adaptation of this character. Because as far as I'm concerned, the immersion method, drawing on life experiences, and imitating others are all valuable acting methods.
Neptune. You
Even if
lad
my every
walkers.
movement is rehearsed to perfection,
I don't know how you
I
do
can't
it.
move
It's
the
so
audience
hard.
without conveying emotion.
Oh, why is it so hot? Oh. Sweating up here. I want to go take a dip in the ocean.
And even if I fully
How
master the
do you
character's
do
emotions,
it? I do
a little
wonder.
choreography will help make the performance more polished and appealing. Whatever the method is, as long as it offers something that can improve my performance, I will always give it a try. Thank you for trying them out as well. It means a lot to me. And
Well, I had fun
congratulations
doing
on
it.
making it to the end of your first acting class. Graduation ceremony. I'm afraid that's still a long way in the future. For now, I hope to incorporate part of you into my performance of the Divine Damsel. But one day, I hope to write an opera all about you. When that day comes, I hope you will be able to join me on stage and give me some constructive criticism.
When she's speaking to me this way, it just makes me want to level her to 90 as soon as possible. You know what I mean? You feel what I'm saying? You're picking them up and down.
But I'll be here to keep you on track every step of the way. Here we go again. So old-fashioned. Then again, I suppose I will have to give you a lot of instruction along the way. And if I won't let you call me master, teacher, or coach, I've got to think of something you can call me. I've got it. You can call me mentor. What do you think?
Fine with that. Mentor Yunjin. Lovely. Save. The cast contemplates the play's meaning. Train a little harder today. That someday you might perform on the same stage. Nice. Primo jumps. Primo jumps. I think that's enough for another wish, to be honest with you. And I'm going to take that wish. This is 52. Wish 52. No luck. Damn it. She goes away when? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, huh? I want to take out these.
By royal decree.
One with nature.
King has one of the most unique gameplay styles. So hot. We'll see where we went on this one. So we did take the bad ending. We gotta come here and choose a different path. I chose the right one, didn't I? I don't know if I misclicked on accident. Okay, no, this is relevant. This is the right one. Okay, let's go back to the harbor. Let's see if we could choose the other path this time. So that one was called immersive performance, so we need to figure out how to not be so immersive.
Can you put a...
Please have faith.
Yunning.
Yeah.
You have to take... We're just lucky.
Well, while I'm off stage,
You know, you...
so
Exactly. Just think of all
I'm
the people
imagining
coming
this
from
must be where the
far and wide
diversion
just to show you their
comes from.
support.
why do you make it sound like they are coming to see me and not the show?
Well, same difference, isn't it?
I don't think so. They seem quite different to me. Well, either way, you're quite right. I mustn't let down our audience, especially those who came from afar, and I certainly mustn't make you come out looking for me again. So I suppose I will put my training exercises on hold for a while.
Whew. I'm glad to know that the brightest star in my troupe is finally gonna start listening to reason. I'm gonna head back and see how the set is coming along. Don't go disappearing on me again.
All right. I'll head back and do some rehearsing. It's no substitute for first-hand experience, but it should still help me iron out a few issues. Speaking of which, I haven't even thanked you properly for saving me. If you are free after the show, come and find me at Hayu Tea House.
Okay, they didn't even put the full name of it in the text. Were they too lazy? Before next meeting, 2:20 on tomorrow. Okay. They really have me waiting all this time. That's like 2 whole days. Beautiful. Tea house, tea house. Let's try to get up here. This area, this part of Liyue always kind of confuses me, to be honest with you. I get lost here quite frequently. Let me up.
Liyue Opera is really something, but Liyue Opera
He's one of
performed
these
by
things.
Miss Yun, now that's something else. Thrilling performance. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Your reputation is well deserved.
Well, I've had the pleasure of seeing the talented Miss Yun on stage many a time in the past, but the songs still sound fresh.
She does have
and
some
new
strong
every
fans,
single
I'll give her
time.
that.
It's been barely a few days since I last saw you perform. But once again, Yun Jin, you've progressed by leaps and bounds.
Oh, you're far too kind, both of you. I'm still new to the profession, but I promised myself when I joined the troupe that I would strive to develop myself as a performer every day. And I wouldn't be where I am now without everyone's faithful support.
Nonsense. You're too humble, Miss Yun. You're a major celebrity. Who in Liyue hasn't heard the name Yun Jin?
In the circles I move in, anyone who says they've never seen Yun Jin on stage is at risk of getting laughed out of business. As it happens, I have a business meeting at the Xinyue kiosk with a client who is also a big fan of yours. So, I was wondering if you'd perhaps like to join us for the meal.
Oh, me too. I booked a table at the Lioli Pavilion and was hoping you might join me.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to both of you, but I won't be able to make it. I'm very grateful for the invitations, but I'm afraid I already have arrangements for this evening. Isn't that right, Traveler?
Yep, here I am.
Okay, you have plans, but you're really gonna pass this up? I mean, you could always reschedule. Wait a second, you're... Well, I guess it's not going to work out today, then. Maybe another day, Miss Yun.
Huh. They took off pretty quick. Do they know something I don't? Haha, I guess I'll be leaving too. Wouldn't want to cramp your style.
You already
Take care,
cramped
both
it
of
far
you.
enough.
Sorry that I can't see you off. Whew. Thanks for coming to my rescue. Again. Look at you. You're a national treasure. Even Gentry Moutsai is in awe of you.
Okay.
I feel a little sorry for Xinyue Kiosk and Liuli Pavilion. I just hope the food won't go to waste. I don't think we'd be able to get a seat this late, but it's fine. I have a better place we can go. Let's head downstairs. I owe you a big thank you tonight.
Thank you. Oh my.
Miss Yun? Oh, Oh, wow, it's really you! I have just a few questions, if you don't mind.
Hey, get back here. Oh, ditzy girl, you don't have a clue what you're doing.
Are you a journalist? If you'd like to arrange an interview, you'll have to liaise with my manager.
Sorry, Miss Yun. Don't mind her. She's just new and still learning the ropes. We'll leave you
Miss Yoon, I'm interested to know why you added a silk dance to the scene where the divine damsel makes her appearance.
Hmm? You noticed that?
Yes, based on the original script, that scene would see your character perform the Adeptus Walk. But the addition of the silk dance meant that the whole way you carried yourself was so much more...
Animated.
Yes, but delicate and graceful, like a crane.
Like a crane, like an Adeptus crane.
Oh,
Like
sorry. Which publication
Cloud
are you
Rotator.
from? How come I haven't met you before?
Oh, well...
yeah, we're from the Steambird. I am Bo Yi, the editor-in-chief. And this young lady is Shuryun, one of my journalists. We were based in Fontaine. Just recently we made the move back to Liyue.
Oh, I see. You're from the Steambird. Then it's no wonder. Your journalist has clearly done her research.
That's very kind of you, but really, my level of knowledge is very basic compared to yours.
Hey, Miss Yoon is throwing you a bone here. Make the most of it, okay? Talk to her! Talk to her!
Actually, I'm afraid there's somewhere I need to be. And I'd really need to clear this interview with my manager.
Another split in the story. I mean, she seemed interested. Let's
But
get her
what
going.
about our plans? Really? Okay, sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Yoon.
Great! Thank you both kindly. Let's find a quiet place and get this interview underway.
Oh, I see. So that's why you added the silk dance in this scene.
Yes, exactly. Doing it this way not only allows for more physicality in my movement, it also means I can make better use of the stage and transition into the scene more quickly.
Ah, okay. So there was even more to it than I thought. So, wouldn't it make sense to contrast this with the Dongtong Appassionato section that comes directly afterward by making the latter a little more sophisticated?
I think I know which section you're talking about.
Ah, sorry. What am I saying? This is a fixed formula, isn't it? My suggestion would completely break the format.
No, it's okay. It's an interesting idea for sure. I'll give it some thought. Thanks for the suggestion.
Really? Wow, I'm so honored.
Not everybody's perfect. Even the people who they idolize as their heroes always still have much to learn. And one who's open-minded is the one who achieves the most success, methinks.
Shuryun, maybe it's time to move on to some of the things our readers would like to know about,
Oh, okay. I was also going to ask for your opinion on the set and the costumes.
Yes, well, I'm sure Miss Yun has countless pearls of wisdom she could share on her chosen craft. But, not all of our readers are quite so, artistically literate, shall we say. A lot of them really just want to know more about you. You know, what does Yoonjin do when she is off stage?
Excuse me? When I'm off stage?
You know, you're a major celebrity, and a lot of our readers are interested to know what life is like for you. What kind of place you live in, what kind of things you eat, clothes you wear, things you buy. That whole side of things. A day in the life.
Besides rehearsing, a day in my life isn't really any more interesting than anyone else's.
Nonsense. Of course it is. Just think how many people were at your show earlier. They come from all over just to show their support. In fact, a relative of mine has a daughter who's been saying she wants to broaden her horizons recently. She's been looking for a chance to give you a jade hairpin as a gift.
Oh. It's against the rules of the opera troupe to accept private gifts from patrons. Could someone out there be accepting gifts for the troupe under false pretenses? I must get Yunning to look into it.
I mean, it wasn't a big deal. Just something she said. Forget I brought it up. So, I saw Gentry Moutsai and the Snezhnayan gentleman come down from upstairs. Are they patrons of your shows, too? So, what are your thoughts on Snezhnaya and the Fatui?
Ugh, I'm sorry. This is my first interview, and my notes are becoming a total mess. I might need a moment to pause and reorganize them a little. Otherwise, I'll never be able to work all this into an article. Mr. Boyle.
Ah, now
she's
she's coming to save the day.
Don't be ridiculous! Stopping an interview halfway through to organize your notes? What are you talking about? Hey, all right.
Good girl.
Miss Yun, we'll just be a moment.
Oh. I'm fine. It's not the first time I've been asked questions like these. The last time it happened, Yunning stopped the interview for me. But the next day, the tabloids were full of articles like "Dramatic Exit, Yunjin storms out of interview," and "Miss La-di-da opera star is too good for our questions." Yeah. So from then on, Yunning said all interview requests have to go through her. I used to think I could hold the troupe together just by putting on a good performance. But now, I have to make sure I concentrate on my actions off stage too. Oh, you mean Fanarya and that crowd? I cherish them as members of my audience too. But there aren't many people like them who can appreciate all the nuance in a single viewing. How did Shuryun end up working with an editor like that guy? Something feels wrong there. Ugh. They could be back at any moment, so I should stay here for now. But could you go look into it for me? If you find out anything, come straight back here and let me know.
I gotta admit, this part of this quest is a little more boring
Time
than
to go.
the other part that we did already.
How can you be so cruel to Miss Yoon?
Shh, keep your voice down. Whatever you got to say, it can wait until we're out of earshot. We'll both be in hot water if Yunjin finds out.
Finds out.
What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Guy's got a strong senses. Okay.
I don't think you realize what a golden opportunity you have here. How many journalists would give anything they had to trade places with you right now? Huh? Who are you? Ah, the one with Yunjin just now. So, you've been lying in ambush for us, huh? Hey, come on, scram!
Okay.
Blew it. I'm never good at those particular quests. Never good at them.
Did you find anything out?
They were pretty suspicious.
I see. Well, it's not unexpected. It's just a bit of a shame that I didn't get to talk with Shuryun for longer. She genuinely understands opera and has a passion for it. That's not something you can act. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth, it could well provide me with some fresh inspiration.
Eugene. Did you agree to another interview without notifying me? These tabloid types are total scumbags, all of them. Who knows what innocent detail he might end up turning into the next big scandal. Sure, nothing might have come of it today, but who knows where it'll go tomorrow. Short of catching them all in their lair in one fell swoop, who knows when this is going to end?
I'm sorry. I was careless on this occasion.
Well, wallowing isn't gonna solve anything. Come on, go tell everyone in the troop to be extra cautious during this time. Geo Lord bless us. Spare us any more offstage
Geo
drama.
Lord bless us. This must be the worst ending, right? I don't even get a Yunjin ending at all. She just gets stolen from me. I don't even get a date with her at all. What are these? Cloud Shrouded Jade. Okay, let's see. Where did I blow it? How did I make a big divergence here? I need to actually follow them properly. Okay.
What's wrong with you? Why can't you get it into your head? Quit asking dull questions and start thinking about how to win over our readers. Do I make myself clear?
Join the Adventurers Guild. You'll have a blast.
I don't think you realize what a golden opportunity you have here. How many journalists would give anything they had to trade places with you right now? Huh? Ever think about that?
You just don't get it. Miss Yun has put her heart and soul into...
Enough! Stop yelling in public! Or do you want Miss Yun to hear about all the lies you're spreading about her?
Me? You're the one making everything up.
Well, you sure seemed pretty happy chatting to her, so don't act like you ain't a part of this. And don't forget the contract you signed. Come. We'll continue our little chat over there. You need to listen and learn, young lady.
What an asshole, huh?
Are you ready to stop whining now? Do you have any idea how rare an opportunity like this is for a small-time paper like ours? Just think of the sales if we can get an exclusive. We'd have enough to cover your salary for 2 lifetimes.
But what about us pretending to be from the Steambird? Aren't you worried she'll find out?
You really think she still would have talked to you if I hadn't told that little white lie? Besides, what have you got to be afraid of? As long as
I
we
hate
make
this
it
guy.
sound like an eyewitness account, how will she be able to refute it? Heck, if she actually presses the issue, I'll probably have to thank her for keeping it current for me.
This is horrible. I will not let you treat Miss Yun like this.
I don't know who she thinks she is anyway. Oh, I sang a couple of shows, so now I'm a national superstar. Give me a break. No one wants to read about your sopranos or your falsettos. We give the readers what they want. That's how this business works. Case in point, that blonde gal seemed to be getting along pretty well with Yunjin. There's definitely a story there, even if there isn't.
Even if there
That's
isn't.
enough.
So
I'm
scummy.
reporting you to the Millilith.
Report me? What for? Libel? Identity theft? Good luck with that. I haven't written anything. Where's your proof? You better tread carefully, Missy. First you neglect your own duties, and now you're trying to get in the way of mine? You signed the contract. You know full well the consequences. If you sabotage this interview, I will make sure you lose everything you have. I will ruin you. You understand?
A real grade A act this guy is.
Why? Oh, why did I sign that contract?
Is this another divergence?
Who's there? Oh, it's you. What do you want? I'm warning you, don't do anything stupid or I'll spread a lovely little story about you and Yunjin throughout all of Liyue.
Wait a second. I was so focused on Miss Yoon earlier that I didn't notice who it was.
Hello, Jelly Ario. Welcome back. I'm doing quite alright. We've rolled twice more today, being the 52nd pity. We've done 52 rolls in total, and still no Yoimiya. It's a bit, do hope that we can get her eventually, but no Yoimiya today. I'm doing some of the Yunjin, what do you call these, hangouts to try to get some more Primo Gems.
Huh? What are you talking about?
She's the traveler. You know, the one who even the Chi Sing will listen to.
Yeah, it's
What
the
the-
fucking traveler.
What have I gotten myself into? No need to get all worked up here. What we meant was, yes, quite right. You are quite right. I'm disappearing into thin air as we speak. Just my luck.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea it was going to turn out like this. But I'm so ashamed. I don't know how I could face Miss Yun now. So
But the
please,
truth.
Please pass on my apologies to her.
Okay, is this gonna be enough of a difference to get one of the other endings, though? Yelan, get down from there. You see, sometimes Yelan can run up and down stairs,
Did you find
and sometimes she
anything
gets stuck on a rock.
I see. Well,
This looks like it's gonna be the same result after all.
it's just a bit of a shame that I didn't get to talk with Shiryu.
After all that, and it's the same
She
ending?
genuinely understands opera. If I had the chance to talk with her more in depth,
Yoon, did you agree to
Aw.
another interview without notifying these tabloid types? Sure, nothing.
No.
Well, what? Geo.
It's the same ending still. How? Okay. Okay. So I have to complete... I have to report back to Yunjin and let her make the... Let her make the ultimate decision.
Are you ready? Just think.
Blah blah blah.
As long as no one wants case in point.
It
Report.
needs to be...
Better use.
Oh, why did I send this part? I should stay hidden for now and check in with
Well, think
Yunjin.
very carefully about what you're going to do. This is a rare opportunity. Now, I need to think how to phrase these interview questions.
You. Hey, wait!
Okay, now, that should be the main change needed so that we could get this next part of this. Look! What did she get stuck on? You see that? She could run up all these stairs, but she couldn't run past that? I tell you, Yelan's running is sometimes
find anything else?
questionable at best. That's crazy.
I see. I knew there was something fishy about that editor-in-chief. But this is a bigger plot twist than I expected. Not yet. All he's done so far is ask a few questions. There's nothing in print yet. The Millelith wouldn't be able to do anything even if we got them involved. Besides, if we rush to report him now, it's only going to give him more
Very true.
material
You
to
gotta be
write
very
about.
careful with these writers.
You're right. but tabloids like theirs never have permanent offices and printing presses. The moment they hear anything, they'll disappear without a trace. You've got no chance of catching them. I'm actually more concerned about another detail you told me. Would you be willing to do me another favor? I want to send a letter to that journalist. Great. Thank
Okay. I'm assuming she's gonna write it to the girl.
Soon, so I'll stay here to deal with him. I'll have to rely on you to deliver the letter. If everything goes well, we should be able to get some breathing room for a while.
Yeah, okay. I kind of suspected we were gonna give the letter to her. If the guy's still there, wouldn't he be suspicious?
I've had it with you. Do you think contracts are just bits of paper? If we weren't on a tight deadline, you'd better believe I'd fire you right here on the spot. You will stay here and reflect on your actions if you know what's good for you. Sorry, but I'm not babysitting you anymore today.
Oh, what am I going to do? You're
It's me, the
the
traveler.
one who was with Miss Yun earlier. Oh, really? Miss Yun wrote me a letter? Oh, I'll read it right away. Wow.
What does it say? Not even I know.
Miss Yun says that under Liyue law, any penalty charge I have to pay may not substantially exceed the amount of my salary. You can't have a labor contract that would completely bankrupt the employee in the event of a breach. It's not legally binding.
Huh? It would completely bankrupt the employment event of a
So
breach.
not
Oh, I
only
see.
can he not get any money off of me, I can take this contract to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and blow the whistle on him.
Oh, nice.
I didn't think about any of this when I was job hunting. I just signed the contract without a second thought. I always thought Miss Yun was all about opera. Who would have thought she was such a legal expert, too? If only I hadn't gone out of my way to get Miss Yun's attention in the first place, none of this would have happened. I didn't expect it to end up with Miss Yun helping fix my life problems. Well, Mr. Boyi says I'm still on probation, so he won't tell me where their work location is. Plus, I give all my draft articles straight to him, so I don't have anything in the way of evidence. But the letter says that my statement and the contract are enough to get the Millilith looking into it. If Miss Yun says so, I'm sure she must be right. Let's go confront him right now.
We want to confront him? I thought we wanted to go get the Millilith involved first. Wouldn't it have been better to get the Millilith involved?
Okay, I think I've covered this topic pretty thoroughly now. Unless you had any more questions?
Well, what can I say, Miss Yun? You have so many wonderful qualities. Let's not quit while the ball's rolling, huh? Otherwise, I'll think of something I didn't ask later, and by then, it'll be too late. So, hey, where's that, friend of yours who was here earlier? You guys seemed, pretty close. Not intentionally avoiding the interview, surely?
You're finally back. This poor gentleman's been waiting for you.
You're with Shiryun? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Shiryun, don't forget the contract you signed.
The Traveler clued me in. This contract you made me sign, it isn't worth the paper it's written on.
Isn't worth the paper it's written on? Don't be ridiculous, it's all there, clear as day. Don't you think I did my research?
Research? Oh, so you're a news editor. But you also have an interest in law?
Yeah, she's new, and she's making a fool of herself. She doesn't get how this all works. My apologies. Now, back to our interview?
No, it's okay. In fact, I found myself delving into some legal texts recently. It's all so intricate and complicated that it's very difficult to take it all in. The contracts of our opera troupe are a case in point. I'd finally finished reading through the relevant documentation from the Yuehai Pavilion when suddenly the Qixing announced a new interpretation. So I'm just curious. How can you be completely sure that you didn't miss anything when you were researching this?
I'm pretty sure I read everything relevant.
Under current legislation, the penalty terms in my labor contract are unreasonable and exploitative. I could report you to the Millilith for extortion.
Oh,
Nonsense! That's ridiculous!
My goodness. Sir, it seems that we should probably bring this interview to a close here.
Don't listen to her. I run a legitimate business. Everything we do is above board.
Oh, I have no doubt about that at all, sir. But this reminds me of a case I read about not long ago. Once you get reported and the Millilith starts scrutinizing your business, well, not only do they look into every license you have and every work you've ever published, but everything down to your fire safety policy will come under their magnifying glass
everything.
as well.
Nothing escapes their
So if
gaze.
you don't get back now and start preparing for their arrival, well, I mean, I don't mind continuing the interview at all. But I'd hate to take up too much of your precious time if there's any aspect of your business you want to double-check from a legal standpoint.
You? I won't forget this!
Hey, where do you think you're going? Miss Yun, why did you stop me? Right, and the contract I have is enough to get him arrested, isn't it?
I'm not a legal expert. I haven't the faintest idea. All that was just an act, aimed at getting him to show us the way.
An act? Show us the way to what? Yunjin,
Oh, his
the
work of
Millilith
business?
are after him. Based on his movements, it looks like Boyi is heading back to his headquarters.
Ah, Yunjin, you
Hope they
sly
teach the
one.
tabloids a lesson they won't forget. It'd sure make my life a lot easier.
Yes, I had Yunning report to the Millilith while you were delivering the letter for me. The penalty terms in Shuryun's contract are too severe. Even if they don't violate the law, I'm sure he must be taking advantage of some loopholes. Anyone who works like that is sure to have a guilty conscience. So all I had to do was put on a little show, starring the editor-in-chief of... And now, he is sure to lead us to the solid evidence. Well, acting has to be authentic to be believable.
Their little publication
True.
will go out of business in no time. Good riddance, I say. I hope this gets the other tabloids to rein in their antics too. Hey, here's a thought. Maybe we could get him to rat on some of his rival publications. Ah, I only just realized what this means. I'm going to be out of a job, aren't I?
Well, would you still be interested in submitting an article to the Steambird? But the real one this time?
Well, yes, of course. But would they really accept an article from me?
Yunning, when can we arrange the next interview for?
Oh, so now you're asking me. 2 days from now, morning. Work for you?
Okay. Shuryun, let's continue our discussion about tonight's play 2 days from now.
Does this mean I get to do a full feature interview with you? Okay. I think I know what I want to write about. Thank you, Miss Yun.
Don't mention it. I'm sure it will be a source of inspiration for both of us.
Oh, how lovely. I love the screenshots they give us. I save each and every one of them. Let's see. So that's another ending. But there's still 2 more. Where? I don't even remember how. Where did I mess up here? Suspicious trails. Guest from the Steambird. Oh, so it seems like both of the other routes will come from this one. Interesting. I don't remember what I did different.
Hey!
Are you...
Sorry, Miss
Oh. This part.
Yes.
When they first were doing the
Yes.
meeting. I see.
We were based...
Oh, I see. Then it's no one...
Hey!
Actually...
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I'm very sorry. But I'm afraid the troop is pretty strict about the rules
Just
for
don't
this
even
kind
do
of
the
thing.
interview to begin
So
with.
we'll have to do this one by the book. Please liaise with my manager, and we can do this interview another day. The Steambird is a highly reputable publication, so I'm sure my manager won't give you a hard time. Once the interview is arranged, I'll be very happy to answer any and all questions you have.
But... fair enough. Sorry if we're being intrusive. Please forgive us. We'll leave you in peace. Hey, come on, quit dawdling.
Yes, I'm coming. Bye, Miss Yun.
Hey, wait. That's the wrong way if you wanted to talk to my manager. Oh well, never mind. I have a friend who works for a
Does that mean
paper.
we could
I'll
finally
ask them
have
later.
whatever the hell the dinner we
Now,
were
though,
supposed to do?
The top priority is making good on our
Nice.
plans. Now that I think about it, I've turned down 3 social engagements tonight. Come with me. Our plan is the only one remaining, so let's make the most of it.
Come on, Yelan, figure it out. Okay, so hopefully I get a nice screenshot out of this. I love the screenshots. I love all the little artistic detail they put on these different situations.
I can
It's
smell
so
the
wonderful.
fragrance of food in the air. Yes, Churhu Rock is definitely the place to go after a performance.
One min.
You're a fan of Chef Mao's cooking too? One Min Restaurant's blackback perch stew is hot, spicy, and fresh. But it's
I only
not
could
kind
guess
on the
because I'm
throat,
pretty sure it
so
was
unfortunately, I
Shangling and
can't eat much
Yunjin
of it.
in Xinyan's dream fantasy in the Golden Apple Archipelago event.
Also, it's a bit cramped in there. I prefer open-air restaurants. Hey, have you been to Chen the Sharp's place before? His grilled tigerfish is the best around. Third Round Knockout and One Min Restaurant are both great restaurants. But when it comes to barbecue,
Oh,
this is the place to go.
never mind.
Enjoying some nice food and drink, sitting by the hot coals in the cool breeze. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, buddy, I want a table for 2.
Grilled tigerfish, hot off the grill. Oh, hey there. Is this a Miss Yoon which I see before me? It's been a while. What'll it be? The usual?
Yes,
The
please.
usual.
I'm out with my friend today. Let's start with a plate of stir-fried meat and a handful of skewers, and of course some grilled tigerfish. 2, please. One with just a hint of chili. And the other one,
Got it.
Same
Your
as
grilled
yours.
tigerfish.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want any drinks with that? Yeah, I don't advertise it though, because it's just something I'm experimenting around with for fun. Miss Yun likes to drink with her barbecue, so I ended up getting her to try them out for me. So would you two like some tea or?
anything new?
Well, I managed to scrounge some milk from Dongsheng next door. A merchant from Mondstadt told me a while back that there's this popular drink doing the rounds there called milk tea. I tried my hand at making it too, but the response has been kind of lukewarm. Still way off being ready to add to my menu.
Tea with milk? Sorry, milk tea? It might not be the best thing for my throat, but if I'm just having a little taste, I mean, I think it should be fine. Oh, but what about you? Anything you want to drink? Okay,
I'll have
let's
milk
get
tea as
yours
well
in
then.
first. And then...
What do you
I'll
mean,
have
I'm the
one of
test
each,
then?
if that's all right. I'd like to try them all.
Okie dokie. And here's your tigerfish, fresh off the grill.
I love milk
Come
tea.
on, let's enjoy it while it's still hot. Piping hot barbecue and a nice cool drink is the best sensation. That was great. Shame about these drinks, though.
Eat these
I only
quiz
had a little
lilies.
sip of each one, so there's a lot left over.
I think they're for her.
Well, I mean, I could just drink them, but they're a little bland for me. Nothing that special. I guess he must have toned down the flavors to make them palatable for a wider range of customers. We could just add some flavor back in? In fact, do you know the hot pot game?
Surely
Let's play
not.
the hot pot game with the leftover drinks. I'll add some extra ingredients based on my tastes, then you try to guess what I added. Sound good? Don't worry. After mixing in the new ingredients, I'll also drink half, so I won't add any weird stuff. We don't need to worry about every last detail. Come on, I'll go grab some ingredients from the shop next door. Once you've psyched yourself up, Come and join me.
Yunjin has quite the personality. I really enjoy her. I really enjoy her character. She's gorgeous, she's funny.
Okay, get ready. Oh, and no peeking.
Okay, no peeking.
It's ready. Let me try it first. Pretty good. Your turn.
Savor the flavor. Rich soup.
Huh? Oh, just regular facial expression control. Besides, it's nothing that unusual. I think it tastes okay, doesn't it? So did you work out what ingredients I added?
Not a fucking clue. Taste of the sea, so it's gotta be crab roe. And then something solid was floating, so it's gotta be
Guessed them all correctly.
that one.
You seem to have a well-developed palate. We can try some more combinations next time. I wonder what kind of new flavors I could create with some more traditional teas, like pine nectar or snow blossom. I can't wait to try it out. I'm
I also
getting
really
excited
like
just
drinking
thinking
tea.
about it. Huh. Well, people do often say that getting deep into a character is about identifying the part of you that is similar to them and bringing that into the performance. So in that sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the way they write that they see me as someone cold and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night. One drink, okay? That's not a license for you to start saying weird stuff like that. Well, never mind. You seemed like you were being sincere. I'll let it. All I was trying to say is that everyone has many different sides to their personality. And if you get fixated on just one of those,
I love that
there's
way
so
of
much
thinking.
you'll never discover. I mean,
Open-mindedness
if we
is the
hadn't had
best way to
hang
be.
out and chat like this tonight, there are things about you I might never have gotten to see, like the mighty and distinguished traveler, diligently reviewing my hot pot drinks. Thespian maybe, but I don't think I'm old enough to be called stuffy just yet. Just think of me as another one of your friends. Just one who happens to have a flair for the dramatic. So, friend, what shall we do next? Something to remember today by? Get a photo?
Whenever I see this,
You
that's
mean
how I know this is good
capture this
ending.
happy moment for posterity so we can look back on it later? Sounds good. Let's have the food stall in the background. Now how should I pose?
Where are you going, Jen? Honestly, that's almost good enough just as is. I do like just a sense of background blur though. Just a tiny amount. It does not need to be much. Just a tiny bit. It adds so much. Look, you see that? Okay. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. See, just a tiny bit. You can still make out major details, but it brings just the tiniest bit of your gaze attracted directly to the front here. I love it.
It looks good. I hope whenever you look at this photo in the future, it will remind you of the good time we had today. Hold on. How is one photo going to be enough? We'll both need one if we want something to remember each other by. You take this one, and I'll take another photo of you. But could you find another location for us? I'm thinking somewhere around Feiyun Slope with a
That's
good
where we
view.
started all of this at
I'll
in
join
the
you in a
morning
moment. I
training.
have something to prepare here first.
God, I love Genshin. She's starting to really grow on me. I can walk the rest of it.
Sorry to keep you waiting so long.
I wasn't waiting long at all.
The view here is great. The lights, the
But there's
buildings.
still two
It's the
total
ideal
endings
spot.
out of this, so
I can see you chose
at what
it
point would it
carefully.
have diverged?
Yes, this angle is perfect. Okay, strike a pose and close your eyes. Yes, please. Quickly now.
What's she scheming?
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
Oh, I love that one. Oh, I love this picture. Oh, jeez. I loved that ending. What's the other ending? I know it diverged from here, so it's from right before the photo? How could that be? I don't even remember an option to diverge the story.
Time to go.
Is it from choosing one of her foods
We can
wrong?
try some more combinations.
Oh, no.
I wonder what... I can't wait to try it out. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
This?
Well, people do often say that
Nope,
so in
wasn't
that
that one.
sense, I can't say it's incorrect to conflate an actor and the characters they play on some level. But there are many more sides of me than the few you see on stage. So ultimately, yes, I am not the same person on stage as I am off stage. Sometimes, when I get letters from people, I can tell from the
Okay,
way
they
they
bridged
write
it to the
that
same
they see me as someone
text
cold
still.
and aloof. I can write back, but I have to be very careful about what I say. Likewise, when I get invited along to banquets and so on, I have to make sure to keep myself calm and composed the whole night.
Oh, this is the difference. Okay.
You think so? So you prefer the way I am on stage too?
Oh, no.
It's fair enough. After all, every detail of my onstage presence, from the songs
I
to the
hate this
costumes
look.
and makeup, is
Why so
carefully
sad?
crafted for maximum
I only
appeal.
picked it for Primo Gems. I'm so
And I've
sorry.
worked hard to try and cultivate an image that appeals to everyone, regardless of age or gender. But if I can't lighten up and joke around, even with my closest friends when I'm off stage, that's a real bummer. Never mind. Talking about this is just going to kill the mood. Tonight was about me showing my gratitude to you. So, did you have a good time? Is there anything else you want? Like something to remember the evening by? A souvenir, perhaps? Anything you can think of? Okay.
No.
Here you go. Well, people ask me for autographs all the time. Usually what they want is a signed picture of me on stage. Apparently that makes it more valuable. Yunning suggested that I keep a bunch of them on hand at all times to make things easier.
Ah, yes! That one is a picture from the Divine Damsel of Devastation. I have one just like it on my wall at home.
Hey, are you guys talking about Miss Yoon's autograph photos? I have one in the store too.
Well, what do you think? Is this souvenir valuable enough for you?
No. I'm sorry, Yunjin. I didn't want to have to do it. But alas, Yunjin, I need the Primo Gems. I need the gems. I need to get Yoimiya. Oh. 52 summons and no Yoimiya, huh? I was like, get the hell down from there. Now there's another set of Blaze Lilies up here. I normally don't go out of my way to farm them because I always kind of forget about them. I don't know a whole farming route for them anyways. I just know that there's these few that spawn. But now that I know that I want to build up Yoimiya and Yunjin pretty quickly, assuming I ever get Yoimiya, of course, then that means I'm going to have to start farming Glaze Lilies as well. I know there's a place I could buy like 5 of them, but they're kind of expensive. Oh, these were silk flowers, but not Glaze Lilies. I thought that there was Glaze Lilies here, though. Oh yeah, there's a couple of Glaze Lilies here. I haven't picked these up in a long time. This was another series of flowers that I used to pick up back when the Battle Pass Weekly used to be collecting national resources. Or regional resources, sorry. Lovely, lovely, lovely. There's this bamboo. Shit. Not a breakable tree. I used to pick up those lotus heads down there on both sides of the river. But I have no interest in getting those lotus heads. Let me think, what else did I need to do? Oh, I know what I wanted to do in any case. So let me bring this up. So what I want to show you here is, assuming that I have Yoimiya, I'm going to show you, I'll say I'll take them to 6 for now, but I'll eventually work them up to like maybe 8 or 9. Maybe even crown her, I'm not quite certain yet. And then Yunjin, I would also want to take from 1 to 90. Same thing with her talents, more or less. I know I would need to level a Favonius Lance for Yunjin, and a Rust for Yoimiya. However, this Rust is already 70. So, if I wanted to do all of these things, this would cost me 838 EXP books, 970 experience, which I have plenty of that, that's not too big of an issue, and 6 million more. So you see, leveling characters is quite expensive sometimes. And this is not even counting like leveling up their artifacts as well, or the resin I have to spend for those artifacts. So, you see, that was like 6 million more. I have that amount. The problem is once you start taking talents past level 6, the amount of Mora it costs to raise them starts to raise exponentially. It's crazy how quickly the amount of Mora cost starts to absolutely skyrocket. It's insane. So even though it feels like I'm starting to collect a decent amount of Mora again, it's still not really. It's just enough to get 2 characters up to date. And even then, that's only kinda. Okay, let me see how many Glaze Lilies I have. I don't think I have that much, but... Oh, I need 165, and I only have 154. And that's enough that I can get, within like a week's time, I should have enough. She's like the only character I could think that uses Glaze Lilies, right? I don't think I'm like in that much stress to get any more too rapidly. I'm not going to go out of my way to farm them. And I definitely don't want to go out of my way to grab them from the, what do you call it? the shop. I think they saw him at Boo Boo Pharmacy or something like this. World quest from Coon. Kun? How do I say this guy's name? The Millilith member. Return to the Jade Chamber. Return of the Jade Chamber. Oh, my bad. Liyue is still kind of a fun place. I think of the areas, I have more fun in Liyue than in Inazuma, but I do like Inazuma aesthetically a bit more. Liyue is a bit busy, which is no doubt to be expected. It's a very big city. Okay, let's think then. I've done all the commissions. I've spent my resin. Did a hangout. We completely mastered that hangout as well. I also want to build Sayu. Let me look up. I know that Sayu is... How do people build her? I know that she's just mostly built like a support, right? But what if I wanted to build her with damage? Build her with Sacrificial Greatsword, really? Interesting. Let me check the spreadsheet as well. Just to make sure if I want to build her that it's 100% accurate. Interesting enough, the spreadsheet suggests Favonius Greatsword, which I'm more inclined to believe, but it also suggests the Katsuragi Kiri Nagamasa, and then the Sacrificial Greatsword. Okay, I think I have Favonius's to give her, unless I spent them all on Beto already. Where saw you? Let's see, do I have another Favonius for you? Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, I have 3 down here. Okay, well if I wanted to make Sayu a Sayu, then I can make her like that. And then I'm assuming they use her with the Viridescent, because I can't really see a reason why they wouldn't. I feel like I wouldn't want to use her as a traditional Animo support though. I feel like I would just want to make her have the most amount of attack as possible. That's how I feel. Okay, handle it. I want to collect as many world quests as possible, and then I'll probably like try to spam them out tomorrow. Oops, I didn't mean to click whatever I clicked on. Because we do still have quite a bit of world quests to do. I'm doing these tomorrow. Huh? There's a world quest with the boat. I didn't remember picking up this world quest. Did not remember picking this up at all. Mitoboru.
Ahoy there! You're finally here! I've been waiting for a long time. Even my deck is getting burst. But this boat, Does this boat even have a deck? This is a dinghy at most. Ha ha ha! Who would have thought that I, the notorious pirate ship commanded by Akko Domeki, would one day end up like this?
So, you're a big pirate ship? But who's Akko Domeki?
What? You don't even know who Akko Domeki is? Akko Domeki Simon? Defender of Serra! The name of the most feared pirate ever to sail the seas!
Maybe he's from a time long gone.
Nope, the name doesn't ring a bell. Alright, Vtuber, you tell this podcast, so tell us, what is this all about?
It feels so weird being called that all of a sudden. You see, as I said, I'm here because I drifted here. So I'm thinking my original body must be nearby. It feels strange using the word body. But I do need to find it as soon as possible. I've lost track of how long I've been sleeping here, but I'm certain my companions will still be waiting for me. I need to find my body, get shipshape, and return to them as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you've been here for a long time. I don't think your companions are still around.
Aye, but I can't make it there on my own. After all, a talking ship is just a ship. It still needs someone at the wheel. Let's make a deal. You help me find my body, and I will help you find treasure in return.
Treasure?
I'm a pirate ship.
Instantly
after all.
perks
Call it a
Paimon's
pirate
ears in his direction.
or some kind of sixth sense. Either way, the moment I woke up, I could sense that this area is filled with valuable treasures. You have my word. A pirate ship always finds its treasure. Ah, or may I be blighted with barnacles. What say ye, Maris? Do we have an accord?
Let's help Vtuber. If he finds his body and we get treasure in return, everybody wins!
Yeah, you had treasure, huh?
So, will you help me or not? Great! Well, there's a place I wanted to go to as soon as I woke up. Based on my pirate ship's intuition, there be some big treasure hidden there. Ah, let's head there and search for it.
Time to set sail!
Gotta back it up, back it up. I don't remember doing this at all. I don't even remember being offered this quest. But if there's Primo Gems to be had... I'm not driving all the way over here. Oh, yes I am. It looks like I don't have a choice. Oh. Nope, looks like I don't have a choice. I'm driving all the way over there. Ugh. They gave me a boat with no stamina. Please, I just want to get there. I want my treasure. Treasure. Treasure awaits. Is this the place, Mitaboru? Treasure? Is there treasure here? Or did you lead me under false pretenses?
The place Mitaboru sensed is right up there. Okay, let's go check it out.
Hello? Is there treasure here? Oh, was this his original body?
There's nothing here but a shipwreck. Oh, Mitaboru had better not be lying to us. Guess it's time to go back and ask our friend a couple of questions.
Oh, Mitaboru, I have an issue. Where he is? Oh, there he is. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
How did it go? Did you find anything valuable?
Mitaboru, there's nothing on this island except for a shipwreck. What kind of intuition is that?
What? No! Impossible! Ah! Fine. It must be because I've been sleeping for too long. And my
I was expecting him to say something like this.
As the saying goes, nobody's perfect. And certainly no boat's perfect either, right? Cut me a little slack, huh? The next place will be the one. I'm sure the next place will be full of treasure.
It better be. No more playing tricks on us this time.
You have my word. But, the next place is a little far away, and I'm not sure of the precise location. All I know is that it's somewhere northwest of here.
But there's
West,
so many
huh?
islands in the northwest. Oh, you gotta give us a little more than that. Wait a minute. If you mean one of the larger islands, there are only 2 of them in the northwest.
Now that you mention it, I do sense the cawing of ravens coming from over there. But not just the sound of ravens, no. There be music as well. To be precise, the cawing is coming from the east, and the music is coming from the southwest.
So, you're hearing 2 sounds? Where could this darn treasure be? But where can you hear the sounds from both islands at the same time? Oh, you're right!
Surely you would have figured that one out on your own, Paimon.
Paimon was thinking too.
Then let's go over and take a look. You know, I must say, it seems you two are quite close.
Almost inseparable.
You bet! We've been on loads of adventures together and found lots of treasure before.
If only I'd been able to speak back when we were sailing on the sea, then maybe I would have been able to communicate with my companions just like you two. You seem to have so much fun together. I'm a little jealous. All right, time to find the center location of these 2 big islands.
Yeah, let me in. Okay, let me see. Around here, there's no waypoint here, bro. I'm gonna teleport to the Immernokrite and just jump down.
Time to go.
I'm sure I could make it if I fly. Oh no, I can't. But even still, this is still faster. Oh geez, not one of these quests. Forgot to see Ganny's right here. Who do I have to speak to find out the secret? Oh, you know, I'll do this some other time. I don't feel like doing this right now. We still have like 2 weeks before that event goes away. We'll do it one of these days. Like I said, we'll do all the world quests tomorrow for the main account. I think. And then, I don't know. We'll do. Get me. It's vacuumed me in. And I think we'll do, because I know that there's some chests that I've missed.
Here we are!
the Golden Apple Archipelago, but I'm sure that I could come back and try to at least give him the due diligence to pick up. Even though I've been a bit lazy. Oh, great.
One with nature.
These hill trolls have aim that's a little too precise for me. They're sharpshoots out here. Uh-oh. I didn't allow myself too much time to recover my stamina.
Into the wind.
Another shipwreck. You don't say.
Well, surprise, surprise! There's nothing here either except yet.
Well, surely this was gotta be his original body, right?
Treasure this whole time. Oh. But wait. Both times Mitaboru thought he was sensing treasure, it turned out to be shipwrecks. Does that mean this is his body? Not only did it break into 2 pieces, but the parts are also completely tattered. Hey, why don't we take a picture of the boat and show it to Mitaboru? Then he can confirm whether it's his body or not. We have the pictures. Come on, let's go back and show them to Mitaboru.
We have the pictures.
There you are. How did it go? Did you find something? Let me guess. You found a huge load of nothing. Oh, I dropped the cannonball again, didn't I?
Same as last time. Just another shipwreck. Maybe they're parts of your body. We took pictures of them. Take a look.
Is this a painting? I didn't know you two could paint so well. Just look at the details. Down to the smallest blade of grass. It's just like the real thing.
We didn't paint this. We took it using a camera.
So, it was drawn by a machine through some high-speed mechanism.
So even the mighty pirate ship has never seen a camera before.
What are you trying to say? It's not like I haven't seen similar things before. It's just like the hell paintings in all of those legends. But anyway, what's that thing in the middle of this pit?
That's the shipwreck we found. Take a look. Could it be your body?
Ha! Impossible. Where did this sorry ship come from? It's a total wreck. You may not know this, but I'm considered as the mightiest pirate ship of the Akodonati fleet. My hull is made of the best wood found on Seirai Island. The edges of the frame bones were refined with folding saws so that the pieces fit together perfectly. Then they were joined together and reinforced with large rivets, making me indestructible. There's no way I could end up like this.
But your intuition led us to shipwrecks twice in a row.
It's probably
Gotta look at the signs, Mitaboru.
between our boats that draws us to one another. Before they ran aground, these ships may well have been self-aware too. The remnants of their spirit is most likely what I sensed. Anyway, this can't be my body. My body's probably docked at a hidden port somewhere in these waters. You'll see. My side panels are painted with the finest lacquer. Arr, what a majestic sight I used to be. Once we find it, you'll realize how different I am from this shipwreck in your picture.
That sounds great! We should go for a cruise together sometime.
Arr, that's for sure. I can't believe I sensed the wrong thing twice in a row. The lack of maintenance has really taken the wind out of my sails as far as my intuition goes. You have to apply cork once in a while if you want a long-lasting voyage. That goes for people, too.
True.
Hulk. Is it the glue that holds all the parts of the ship together?
Ha ha! Paimon, you're a funny one, aren't you? No, but you're not that far off. Caulk is the stuff we use to fill the gaps between the planks to stop water from leaking into the ship. It's made of rubber or something. Every once in a while, you gotta caulk the gaps as part of the maintenance. Exactly. Which reminds me, I got some good rest when you two went on that little adventure. I'm sure I'll be able to sense where the real treasure is now. Third time's the charm. Time to get serious. We'll definitely find something this time.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that.
So, anything will do at this point.
What's wrong, Paimon? You don't sound like Anyway, this time, I sense something in the southeast, on the sea surface. It doesn't feel like something very big, and that raises the chances of it being a small but valuable item. Ha ha ha! Come on, let's go.
Off we go, Meteor. Oh, it's not that far. You better have me treasure, boyo.
Nibiru felt like it should be somewhere around here. Could it be this reef? It looks kinda small.
Eggs?
Surely you found something this time. Have I finally convinced you of this mighty pirate ship's razor-sharp treasure hunting senses?
All there was a bird's nest. So, yeah, technically there were a couple of eggs. But that was all.
Oh. Just the two, you say?
Really? So this is the valuable treasure you were talking about?
Paimon, you may not be aware, but the mightier the pirate ship, the longer its voyage at sea, you see. Eventually, the only food available on board is dry fish. At times like this, a couple of bird eggs on a reef nearby can easily become the most valuable treasure.
Okay, now you're just trying to talk your way out of it.
Okay, fine. But how the heck did I end up sensing eggs? I swear I sense something.
But there's nothing else on the reef. Could it be these two planks? Seems like they were used as a shelter. Paimon wonders where they came from.
What? I'm clicking to continue, but nothing's clicking. Oh, okay. Suddenly, you were surrounded by the cold, freezing and suffocating. All of a sudden, you realize that this is the sea, and that's where you'll be drifting for the rest of your life. Then comes the hearty laugh of a man. Shrine Maiden, it's another mighty ship. It deserves a nice name. I don't know if that's the right voice for that. And he is answered by a helpless sigh. I hope this ship will bring you back safely, so I shall name it after this place.
What happened? What was that?
I know where this plank comes from. Traveler, Paimon, what you saw
From
just
when
now
he
was
sunk?
my own memory. It was my first time sailing on the sea after
I guess
was
not.
built. The crew used greased planks to create a slipway, then launched me into the water. The thing is, it's really hard to control the angle at which the bow launches onto the water. It could very well break if you're not careful, which is why most people chose to launch the ship sideways instead. These two planks, or should I say, these two side panels, they must have been the first parts of my body to make contact with the water.
Mitaboru, if your side panels are here, does that mean...
Maybe I crashed into the reef here and was shattered to pieces long ago. And maybe the sensation I had when I woke up wasn't some kind of treasure-hunting intuition after all, but me responding to my own body. There I was, making fun of that shipwreck, blissfully unaware that I was actually making fun of my own body. Ha ha! Ah, how embarrassing.
We don't know that for sure. Maybe your body is still in one piece. Yeah, these two planks are probably just, part of your family tree. Yup, could share the same roots. Even if it's not, there are loads of shipwrecks around here. These planks probably just
But they have his memories, Paimon.
Thank you. Both of you.
By the way, Mitaboru, wasn't there something about your name mentioned in that memory? Do you remember your name now?
Oh, it's a pity. But I'm afraid I didn't see much more than you did. I still can't recall my name.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, it's not too bad. You and the Traveler can keep calling me Mitaboru. It's a good name.
Of course it is. Paimon picked it after all. So, Mitaboru, is there anywhere else you want to go?
Although I can sense 2 more places, I fear it will be the same situation as before. No treasures, only some driftwood.
It doesn't matter.
Therefore, it might be important at this stage in the game.
But I swore there'd be treasure in this deal for you.
Hey, it's okay, Mitaboru. We're friends now.
Well, in that case, whether it's treasure or not, let's hope you two can find something rather than nothing there. Ha! Good. Let's go to the closer location.
Whatever the booty will take it. Let's see, how far is that? Oh, I'm just TPing here, brother. You can't fool me. I'll just TP.
Let's start by taking a look along the coast. Sure enough, no treasure here.
But there is Oz.
Paimon knows that. Paimon just can't
Goodbye,
help
Oz.
feeling a little disappointed, that's all. There's a wooden sword here. It looks like a children's toy.
It's perfect for Paimon.
The thing I sensed. Could it be this wooden sword?
Surely it couldn't be a wooden sword.
A feeling strikes you when you touch the wooden sword. Waves several meters high stand against the side of the ship. The cracks caused by the impacts from the battle are aching. There's noise all around you, everywhere. An enemy jumps onto the deck, making the ship lurch. Give up, Zaimon. Surrender now and I'll spare your life. Surrender? Impossible. At this very moment, the man holding a barbed spear looks surprisingly calm and determined. I am Zaimon, the deathless Oni of Sirai. I'm a proud seaman and I'll never live in the mercy of my enemy. Neither of them sees the far end of the battlefield. Neither of them sees the purple lightning unfurling like a bird's wings and engulfing the sky. There is a blinding white flash, a roaring shockwave that overturns everything. Your body is thrown into the air as you are stripped of all sense of direction. Only an endless thunderstorm follows.
Whoa! That lightning was really powerful! What's this memory about? Paimon could still feel her head spinning.
Shiver me timbers! I remember now. The sea battle between Aquadomiki and the Shogunate. And then the lightning that came at the end of the battle. Oh, what could it have been? Will blow me down. Just a fraction of the Thunderbird's wrath, and yet still so powerful. Wait, but the lightning came from Seirai Island. Traveler, have you been there? Do you know what happened to the island after that?
I don't even remember what happened there.
I can't believe it. It was a truly terrible thunderstorm, it was. Ah, I don't have the words to describe the horror of it. We stood up against the shogunate precisely because we did not want our homeland to be ruled by them. We wanted to protect the people of Seirai Island. We made an enemy of the shogunate for the sake of Seirai Island. And in the end... Oh, Shrine Maiden. Why? Wait. So that thunderstorm was the reason I drifted here. I was terribly injured in that storm. My whole body was falling apart. It took all my strength to get here.
Aww, Mitaboru. But what about the wooden sword?
Oh, get the hell out of here, crab.
This wooden sword is made from my broken timber. Zaimon once seized the sword-wielding Magu with his barbed spear. The Magu drifted here with us. The wooden sword was probably crafted by local children, imitating the Magu.
Not the Magu Kenki.
The body of the mighty pirate ship that once fought against the shogunate, now reduced to a children's toy of all things. Ah, my mind is awash with strange and complex feelings.
So, Mitaboru, should we take this with us? After all, it is a part of you.
No, there's no point taking this now. You scallywags. The little landlubbers got me this time. Although it's disappointing now that I remember the truth, somehow I feel relieved too. At least I know what happened. I won't be deceiving myself with my
And he claims there's one more spot to go.
The only thing I'm worried about now is my old mateys who drifted here with me. I wish I could know how they're doing. Aye, let's hope so. Okay, there's one last place. I can feel it. It's the last piece of my body.
It looks like it would be easier to... Maybe it's still easier to come here and go by boat? Can't take that long, methinks.
Follow the wind.
A world quest to do here. Yeah, I definitely need to explore some more. Like I mentioned, we'll do that in the coming days.
On, reveal!
The wind knows.
Is the last place somewhere around here?
Aye, most sure.
There are a lot of wooden planks on this conch house, but they don't look like what we're after. Oh! Could it be the one on the stone? What is it, though? A board nailed onto two wooden strips? With a wooden mallet next to it? This is a musical instrument?
The xylophone.
Can it really
Kinda.
make a decent sound? Why don't we try it out first before giving it to Mitaboru? Paimon's pretty sure this instrument hasn't been repaired in a long time.
Yeah, surely not. We don't know exactly how long it's been since Mitaboru's gotten here.
Mitaboru's body. Come on, let's go tell him.
Before I go tell him anything, though, let me go get this world quest. That way I just don't forget later on.
Take it easy.
From a mirror maiden. What? What's wrong, mirror maiden? It seems like she's being affected by the machine, but I thought we took care of it. I just wanted to grab that, but we're not going to do that just yet. Just so that I know that it's there. But ultimately, yes, I do want to come turn this into Mitaboru.
You're back. How did it go? Did you find anything? This is indeed my last piece. But what the festering fishbait have they turned me into this time?
We think it's a musical instrument, but it hasn't been fixed for a while, so you can't really play anything with it.
Is that so? Ah, a pity to be sure. Musical instrument. I never imagined that my broken body could be used to play music. It makes me think of my old mates. They used to sing when the mood took them. They'd sit by the beach facing the campfire. Hey, what kind of sound does this instrument make? Why don't you give it a try?
It hasn't been caulked for a long time, so it might not sound as good as you're hoping.
It doesn't matter. Satisfy my curiosity. Just strike it and see what happens.
The feeling strikes you as you hear the crisp sound from the wooden instrument. You have been drifting for a long time and you are seriously damaged. You can't sail any further. Rather than pain, you are overwhelmed by regret. Me hearties, why are you looking at me like that? Is it because you have to go back without me? Don't cry. How can we say goodbye to it when we are crying? One of you says. Everyone begins to sing. Oh, if we're going to sing, don't be quietly wiping away the tears. If you're going to sing, smile and be happy.
So, they found a way back.
Aye, but since I was so badly damaged, it was the most I could do to bring them here. There was no way I could go back with them. It gladdens me heart to know that they are safe. But even though I said goodbye to them, I still can't help thinking, what if I could have gone back with them? Oh, how I wish we had returned together. With them, I would have been willing to go anywhere, no matter how dangerous. There are so many grand adventures for us to go on. So many treasures out there in the world, waiting for us to discover. Why did I have to be left here, abandoned like this? I could do nothing but watch them leave and embark on a new journey without me. Laugh when you feel like crying, and press on when you feel like giving up. That's how you survive out on the ocean. Anyway, thank you for helping me remember all this. Thank you kindly. I'm afraid, though, that they seem to have taken most of the treasure with them when they left.
Yeah, in a way, all the things you sensed really were invaluable treasures. To you, at least.
Aye, it's true. 'Tis a shame I can't repay your kindness. As a ship, there's only so much I can do. But, in the future, if I ever need your help again...
We'll be here for you, whenever you need us, Mitaboru. Right?
Or whatever your name
Fantastic. Thank you both. And if you ever voyage in these seas again, I will be your trusty companion.
That was a fun little side story, can I wish? No, 72. That was a cute little side story with Mitaboru. I really enjoyed that. But now, we are going to wrap it up for today. A nice little Genshin Impact stream that's on the daily like usual. Always enjoyed playing Genshin Impact, it's so much fun. I know that there's still plenty of this Golden Apple Archipelago that I still need to unveil, I guess. There's plenty of chests, just probably another couple wishes worth of chests just here in this island, or just here in the archipelago altogether. So once we've completed that, and then surely I could still go find some Electroculus to get the next statue level on the Electroculus, which should in theory help me get one more wish, more or less. So already I could probably expect to get like 5 wishes from that, and then, you know, Spiral Abyss will be coming around before Yoimiya leaves. And I'm expecting to get the primos from my battle pass by tomorrow. These 680. Let's see, 680. About 4 wishes. There's even a somewhat decent chance that I might be able to get Yoimiya within those 4 wishes by tomorrow. Or it's closer to like 6 wishes, or maybe like 5 or 6 wishes by tomorrow that I might have. I think, what did I say? We're at pity 52 or 53? I think it's something like that. I think we did a 52nd wish. So I think we're going on to 53, so with like 5 wishes, I mean, there's a chance we could get Yoimiya, but chances are definitely a bit low. Don't worry about it if you weren't talking, but you just being here is good enough for me. Right. I just always really enjoy your company, whether you're talkative or not. I know there's not too much to talk about anyways, right? It's like, the Genshin, there's only a finite amount of content to complete on any one particular day. And that's what's kind of hard about trying to enjoy certain content, like the Hangout events that we were doing today, is that a lot of it is not really, like, communicative on my end. Like, a lot of it I'm supposed to just kind of listen to, right? I want to listen to them speak and all this. So it's like hard to actually make a lot of commentary on these type of things. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a fun one. I hope you're looking forward to it. I know that I've been putting a decent amount of work into it. I'm hoping it lives up to any expectations. I've been having... Well, okay, I can't lie to you. It's not been the most fun preparing the certain parts of the video, especially the re-rolling. Having to hear that intro cinematic over and over again. And hearing the same intro dialogue over and over again. It's been getting a bit rough. But the payoff will be extraordinary. Yes, I'm very excited for it too. And the stream will start at around the same time as always tomorrow. Except, for the first time, like I mentioned before, it's going to be on Twitch.
Time to go.
So, let's be excited for that and think about it until that time comes, okay? So this is the end of the Genshin Impact stream for today. Where I want to take a moment to express how glad I am to have anybody who shows me any type of support. It doesn't even matter. Yes, I did get Yoimiya on the Bo's Only account. Funny enough, it was I got Yoimiya somewhat quick on the Bo's account. Quicker than this account, surely. But the account that I didn't get, the account that I'm actually still working on is the other account, the Swords account. I know I technically don't need to pull Chi-Chi or Jean on either of those accounts, but those are the two that I want. I'm kind of like not content with pulling Catching, but if I have to pull Catching, then I will. I just don't really like playing Catching that much because Catching has to play in that way, you know, the same way that I hate. She has to do, let me see, let me pull her out here.
Something's come up?
Because this was at least the case before. I don't know if it's still the case, but before she used to have to do this, right? Like this was her highest DPS. I hate doing that. That's why I don't want to pull, or I don't want to use Catching on the Sword account. I would much rather use like Chi-Chi or Jean. I know that they're not like, it doesn't really matter what they are because I'm not going to build Jean as an Anemo support or an Anemo DPS, and I'm not going to build Chi-Chi as a Cryo DPS if that's even possible. I was intending to build either of them as a physical damage DPS. Because no matter what, I'll always have the option to use Electro and Cryo because we're guaranteed Electro Traveler and Kaya, so that's at least Super Conduct.
Time to go.
So my physical DPS should be moderately okay to complete most content. Unless if there's somebody who like heavily resists physical damage, then I don't know what I'll do at that point. And then things will probably get way easier and way more convenient for me once I can get Nilo and Dendro Traveler. I think things will get way more convenient at that point. But yeah, that's the end of the stream. Thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate you time and time again. If you haven't already, I'd appreciate if you like the stream, like the video, follow me on Twitter, ring notification bell if you haven't already, if you like what you saw today. And be ready for the Twitch stream tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. This has been Maris Rey, Water Dragon Extraordinaire, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow then. Peace later.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.